Alright, round 4. Round 3, my opponent no-showed, so I'm gonna face Yorzhov 3 times in a row. Probably will face it in the elimination rounds as well. Sakrator is gonna make it because we're both 3-0. Some other people might make it as well. Alright, this is a good hand. This is probably the best player of the deck, and we've played before, so Sakrator probably knows that Trawler is really bad at winning, and that's the only problem. So I'm probably gonna have to win both post-board games. Time is not really an issue here, I think. Post-board games are about whether I can approach before I die, and like Trawler is either gonna survive or not. I mean, it's more about actually making it to the late game where I can hold up counterspells with Trawler. So it's more about getting there or not. If I do, then maybe I could actually get low on time. Kaya, running that out is strange. I mean, you get countered by literally every counterspell in my deck. I guess the idea is I'm not gonna tap out, so I'll have to get through all of my counterspells to resolve a Kaya. I'm not sure. So right now I can play a Dig Through Time, which I will do, and I will purposely counter less spells because of it, though I have to counter a Kaya. I don't think I have to counter anything else. They've gotta have some play. Blades Placer, Companion, Nurturing Pixie. Basically every creature is live here. Except Guardian of Kirapur, I guess. Okay, just running out another Kaya. I could Thassa's, I'd rather not. Just running out the Kayas like that is a little weird. I feel like playing creatures would be better. I don't know their hand, of course. Maybe it's all Guardian of Kirapurs. The skull thing would be really annoying. Visage of Dread. I think I just will this. I would rather use a Condemn on the, no, I think this is the best use of Will, because it doesn't have an ETB. On the bottom, okay. I can use a Dig Through Time here. And I will. So I'm looking for Search for Azcanta. Absorb is good, I'd probably take a Deduce with it. Alright, I probably use this now to try to find a land drop. I will just play a Plains. Alright, can I get Prairie Stream? Yes. It doesn't really matter, I have plenty of blue sources. Yorian? Oath of Kaya. It's actually annoying right now. I don't want to counter it, but how am I going to beat this? I guess I put a timeless in play to stop the board. So I activate timeless, hold up counter magic. Okay, so I can hold up one counter spell. I probably have to counter Tithing Blade. Definitely counter Yorian. Kaya would just end it. If I don't counter this, what would I do? There's nothing I really can do if I don't counter this. I go to 3, I can counter anything. I can hold up Colonnade, kinda. No, I think I have to counter this. I can't just run out Trawler that early. If I have Kaya, I do just lose. Okay, that's bad too. And I have another play. Is that Tithing Blade or Sarcomate? Okay, that's also a play. I do play Fumigate here, I think. Could be Wrath. I think it should be Fumigate though. This allows me to survive Oath of Kaya Yorian. Not that Yorian is going to resolve. I'm not going to counter the Oath of Kaya. If my opponent just runs out the Yorian, I would not counter it, I think. But, of course, we're going to do that first. Blades Placer. I want to Wrath this. So the last card is Yorian, and I'm just going to counter that. So I think I can just play Wrath after dig through time. This is not great for Search for Iskanta. This is my last dig, though. Search? It's either Mystic Gate or Trawler. I think it's Mystic Gate. It's gonna be a while before I flip this, but... this does allow me to actually hold up 4 mana, which isn't super relevant. But once I do actually flip this, I want as much mana as possible. I also want a lot of mana for when I play the Trawler. Yorian flips the blade. I actually can just beat that with Trawler. Do I play the Thassa's? So I can hold up 4 mana after playing the Yorian, or the Trawler. If I draw a land, 5 mana doesn't change. I just want to counterspell the most. I don't think drawing a land would do anything. Unless I draw Absorb. Well, now I have to think about this. If I play Yorian, I have 4 lands up. If I have 5, I can out of air the Yorian and Thassa's Intervention something, but if they Tithing Blade first, I can't do anything about that. Which is what they would do, I assume. Alright. Hope they don't have multiple things. It's Yorian and whatever they drew last turn. So 2 random cards in Yorian. And I have the answer to Yorian. So it has to be land, Tithing Blade. Actually, just a Tithing Blade. Would I counter a Tithing Blade? I think I would have to. Just hope they don't have the land. It's pretty unlikely that I have both. If they had like Tithing Blade plus Dam. I think they have to have Tithing Blade to win here. They could draw a Nurturing Pixie, which doesn't really work. I can also just actually counter the Pixie and the Yorian. Maybe I wouldn't want to, because that doesn't beat Dam. I'm not sure. It's likely that They just play Yorion, and I just win by countering that. Hopefully that just happens. They are thinking. I'm not sure what there is to think about. I mean, okay. Was it Thassa's intervention? I mean, I guess they were... I mean, there's really no reason to hold back the land. Even though it only really matters against, like, if I somehow have Phantom Interference in my deck. I should just win the game. I now have multiple counterspells up, and I'm just gonna win in, like, 4 turns. Maybe 5, actually. I'm not gonna draw any cards, but I will play a whale, so... Probably only, like, 3 turns. I do lose the life that they gain from Sepulchre. Okay, I'm actually gonna win game 1 3 times in a row against Yorzhov, I think. I thought it was pretty unwinnable, but apparently not. I mean, I don't have to answer this, but why not? That's the wrong one. X equals 3. I can't whale now, but I just concede. Alright, I won game 1 3 times in a row. I'm very surprised. That shouldn't really be possible. This should be a terrible matchup, game 1. It's where I thought I was like pretty heavily favored in games 2 and 3, but like they have 2 games. Well, I can't lose either. And I thought game 1 was pretty free, but apparently not. So maybe it's actually kind of heavily favored for Azorius control. I thought it was around even before, but it actually seems like it's actually pretty favored for control if I can actually win game 1. Maybe they just need to be mulliganing for Tithing Blades more. So against Sacritor, this is the Bunnicorn version, which means I want Wraths. It means I want removal. My entire strategy is survive until approach, which means I want Wraths, I want removal. Counter spells, I need to counter Kaya. It's possible that the 3-mana counter spells are actually bad here, like Forbid. Search is good, because it still is like a slower deck that I'm facing. It's possible that Thassa's is bad. I feel like it's not. The option to Hieroglyphic Illumination is pretty good, I think. Repeal, I can side out. I'm a little afraid of Nevermore on Heliod's into Nevermore on Approach, but I do have counterspells for that. Like, if they play the first one, I can just hold up a counterspell for the next one. Maybe it's the other path? I don't like that. I think Condemn answers most things. Like everything, right? But it's only 4 single target removal right now. It's no way of getting lands, I think. Could be Dig. I don't want to go that late. No. Maybe. I'll try it. Alright, game 2, this is never keepable. Has deduces, this is like the best card to have in the starting hand. I kind of want removal for the mid game. Okay, this would be a great 7. I don't know what to put back. I guess it's Condemn, because I want those for the mid game, not the early game. Because it's just not an aggressive deck. It's kind of weird, because like I want to play like I'm playing against an aggro deck, but my opponent is actually just playing like a reactive mid-range deck. I don't think it's a land ever. Maybe it's actually out of air. Like, it's really dependent on my opponent's draw. Like, if they Bunicorn on turn 2, it's really bad that I put back the Condemn, but if they don't, then I really want. Okay. I guess that solves it. Like, I would really want Condemn for Bunicorn, but if they were playing a Guardian of Girapur, I would really want the out of air. And I just really want Heliod's in this matchup in general. Okay. I just counter something probably. I assume they're gonna play out more because I can't Wrath next turn. I assume they're gonna go for a Blades Placer or Guardian. They actually just put Yorion in hand. It's more passive than I would expect. I guess they just don't have anything because I would assume they would do something if they could. Now they don't really want to play anything out. Guardian of Girapur is actually bad now. I'm not gonna Condemn here. I'm a little afraid of Kaya. Not that one. Miss Land? No, okay. So Kaya... I'm actually just dead to Kaya. So that's one of the main things about this matchup. I need to... It's basically just Kaya and aggression that I need to deal with before I can approach. It's possible that I should hold out of air up. I don't think that works. I think that just loses. There is the deuce. That changes things a little. I don't necessarily need to do something now. I think I probably should, though. Like, it's either now or next turn, so I'm never beating Kaya. Unless they just run it out here. Which they did last game, but they had multiple, so... I guess I'll wait. I don't like this, though. I actually don't counter a Yorion here. Or I don't... Yeah. I just, Heliod's the Oath and the Clue token, and then just Wrath. They're not just gonna play a Yorion, though. I assume. I guess they would expect it to be a burn spell, though. Okay, that's not what I like to see. Boromir. Okay, that's a good draw. But that's not a very good draw, though. I mean, I don't have a counter up anyway, but at least I could bluff it. I guess it's just Jace. Hope they commit to the board more to try to kill it. And get him with the Wrath to punish. I kind of need to draw... I need to hit my next 2 land drops and draw an approach pretty quickly. I mean, I'm kind of just dead if they have Kaya. I don't think I can beat that. I do have Colonnade, but it's not really enough. I don't have to let this go. I probably should, though. Hopefully they don't have Vindicate. Let's see, Yorion. That's fine. Because I can just Wrath. It does 3 to me, so it puts me to 2, which is annoying. I'm actually just dead to Kaya or Oath of Kaya. That's really bad. Now I need a counterspell, or I don't actually have to Wrath now. I'm taking 3 from this board. Okay. I can't Wrath. Wrath would kill me. Unless I -2 and find any counterspell. In which case, I would want to Wrath. But if I don't find a counterspell, -2 just loses, I think. So if I Heliod's for 2 and then condemn 2 things. I'm taking 3. I can't do that. I have to gain life. Wait, no. No, I'm only taking, if I condemn 2 things, I only take 1 damage. Wait, why do I even care about killing the oath? I think I just want to gain life. Hopefully they play Yorgen first. Because if I gain life, then they won't play the Yorgen, because they know I can just Wrath. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect them to make that sequencing error. So this is 3 damage. I have to either double condemn or Heliod's, and I'm not condemning here. Okay. So, could condemn that. Just so Yorgen doesn't get bounced back to hand. So I gain 8 life, which would put me at 7. Yorien to 4, and they could put Oath back on hand, or Yorien, which puts me to 1. What else am I gonna do with Condemn? At the vent? I only need 1 for that. This is a tough decision. So if I don't condemn, they probably play the Yorien. Cause I'm gonna tap out if I don't play the regardless, they know they can resolve a Yorien or a Kaya. So they use Yorien, they get it back in hand, they put me to 4 life, right? Yes. And then they also have Yorien in hand, or Oath if they want. Which means I'm never dead to burn. If I condemn, they put me to 3, but don't have another way of using Oath. They might not even play the Yorien. I kind of want them to play the Yorien, though. If I condemn, they might not play the Yorien because they're afraid of Wrath. And then I would Wrath anyway. Maybe. Maybe not. I guess I'll condemn. But, like, they just don't play the Yorgen now, and they can just kind of whittle me down. Alright. Go to 6. But, like, they can do 2 damage next turn, and I really can't do anything about that. And I actually do activate Colonnade. Clue? Probably heavily. Okay, so that could be Yorien. It's not. They have another Boromir. Path. That doesn't let me Wrath. I don't really care about Wrath, though. Do I +1 or -2 is the question. So if I +1, I take 2 damage. I condemn the Boromir and take 2 damage. And I plus again next turn, because if I plus the entire goal... Actually, I think I have to plus. Or I'd take 5 damage. Yeah, I have to plus. So I am going to activate the Colonnade, because what else can I do? If I draw land and approach, that would be great. Maybe it wouldn't work, though. Alright, Vent. This might be turning off Yorion. They have to have exactly Yorion plus land. And I know about the Yorion, so. Are these all on me? Yes. There's no reason to not just block the Boromir with this and save a removal spell. A path to. Okay. No reason to use that yet. Okay. I assume these are all on me. Yeah, I think I already checked that. So Yorion would be one off lethal, and I would just play a Wrath. It's a Guardian of Kirapur. What is that hit? The right, Novice Inspector. Okay. I might play a Wrath here. Okay, so I actually... Yeah, I definitely play Wrath. I think I plus one. That forces Yorion to ping the Jace, I think. I have to Wrath. Plus one. Is there any reason to do that? Yes. But I don't think I want to. I don't know. It doesn't really do anything, I think. Like, I could draw tab land. Okay, Yorion. This has to hit Jace, right? If I cast Approach, that's actually just an actual approach, so... This has to hit the Jace. I will probably just cast the Wrath. Okay, I think I'm actually winning now. This is a little precarious, but... Like, this has to go on Jace, yes. Do I continue upticking? There is the fear of Vindicate, which might not even be in the deck. I think it is, but maybe not. Otherwise, no reason not to uptick. But like, how else am I gonna lose, other than a Vindicate? Okay, so this is unknown to my opponent, so I just get to take that. And told to put out there. What am I afraid of? Akaya? Akaya would not just win. It would be pretty close though. I could just kill it with the Colonnade, but I would then be open to anything. I definitely want to counter that. Akaya, please. Yorion is okay for me. Okay, that's really good. I think I cast Dig first. Okay, Heliod's. Absorb is better, I think. I think I want to land, but I can probably... I don't know if that was a good choice. Okay. This is enough for 2 to 1. Where the land is the 1, right? Okay. So I can... do nothing? That seems good. What do I do if my opponent does nothing? I could kill both of these, or I could gain 6 life. I could do nothing. I kind of like do nothing. I don't think it's cast Heliod for life. Maybe it is then. I don't think I counter this. Okay, I'm assuming there is no way to deal damage at instant speed in this deck. because I'm just going to cast this for life. And that would be very sad if there was. Okay. I just need to find approach and I win. Okay. And the approach is on the top. Okay, so I 2-0'd Yorzhov 3 times. And that was my only matchup this tournament. So I guess this deck just farms Yorzhov. I mean, I built the creator of the deck too. So I thought this was like even, the matchup. But apparently not. Okay, that's the end of round 4. I'm going to be 4-0, having not lost a game into the top 4. Sakrator is also going to make top 4, so we'll probably play again. See you in the semifinals.